Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela Web Dev. Welcome to my new course MongoDB. So welcome to my new series Introduction to MongoDB. So we'll try to cover the NoSQL database, the document based database that is nothing but MongoDB. Let's try to learn about this one. So here is our first video about the introduction of this MongoDB. Let's try to learn about this. So before learning MongoDB, let's learn what is a NoSQL. All of them know that MongoDB is nothing but a NoSQL database or a document-based database. So we know that one. So first, before learning MongoDB, first we need to understand what is a NoSQL. So I know that all of you who are trying to see this course, they are aware of this RDBMS. That is nothing but relational database. So now we are trying to learn about the new thing that is nothing but a NoSQL. The full form of NoSQL means so many people will think that it is not an SQL, but that is wrong. So means not only SQL. So that is the meaning of that one. So it is NoSQL means not only SQL. That means SQL also will be there. So not only the SQL, so there are also some more features added into this NoSQL database. So that is the thing you need to understand. All the people might be thinking that NoSQL is a different thing, that is nothing but not an SQL. But that is not the thing, not only SQL. Some people think that NoSQL means not SQL, but that's not true. So I already told you, right? NoSQL means not SQL. Some people will be thinking like that, but that is not true. NoSQL means not only SQL. Normally the SQL, all of them SQL or SQL. So normally we used to say it as SQL. So SQL stands for structured query language. So that is the main thing. So we can say it as a SQL or SQL. So anything. So normally we call it as a SQL. So SQL stands for the structured query language. This is the full form. So all of them know about this one. SQL stands for structured query language. NoSQL means we will definitely have structured query language, but there are also other things which will be also involved along with the SQL. So NoSQL means it's not only SQL. We have seen the full form of this NoSQL. So that means in NoSQL, we definitely have this structured query language, and there are also some other features also, some other things also involved in this one along with the SQL. So that is the thing I want to explain you here. So NoSQL means we will definitely have this structured query language, and also there are also other things which are also involved along with the SQL. If you talk about MongoDB, so we are going to use the JSON and the BSON in this database. So before going to this introduction of this MongoDB and all those things, so we should have a clear exposure on this. What is a NoSQL database and what is the SQL database? What is the advantages of NoSQL over the SQL? So what are the relational database and all those things? We need to have a clear picture on this one. Then only we can start MongoDB. So because of that reason, I'm telling. In MongoDB, we all know that it is a NoSQL database, but it uses the JSON and the BSON structure. We'll try to learn about this JSON and the BSON structure when we are going into the MongoDB thing. But you need to remember that MongoDB uses the JSON and the BSON structure. A lot of people think that when we are using NoSQL, that means we are not going to have a relational database, but that is also not true. So a lot of people, what they will be thinking that when we are using the NoSQL, that means nothing but MongoDB. These are all things. I will also discuss different types of NoSQL database that are available. So we are using NoSQL databases. That means we are not going to have a relational database. So that is not true. So we are going to have a relation, but little part only. So you cannot expect more than like the RDBMS. In NoSQL, we will definitely have relation between various records, but it is not stored the way we think in a relational database. That means in the NoSQL database, we will definitely have the relation between the various records. So that means the relation between the various records, one to one, one to many, like this, we will be having the relations, right? So we can have the relations between the various records, but it is not stored the way we think in the relational database. Is MongoDB a NoSQL? So you can ask me the question that is MongoDB NoSQL? Yes, MongoDB is a NoSQL database. MongoDB is an open source NoSQL database. MongoDB is a document based database. So we'll be having different types of NoSQL database. We'll discuss. MongoDB is one of the leading NoSQL databases. NoSQL database is a type of non-relational database and it is capable of processing structured, semi-structured and also unstructured data. Here you will be able to see that NoSQL database is a type of non-relational database and it is capable of processing structured, semi-structured and also the unstructured data. So these are the different types the NoSQL can handle. So now we can able to understand that MongoDB is a NoSQL database and also it is a document based database. So these are the two things you need to understand it. And NoSQL database also handles different types. It is capable of handling the different types of non-relational database data, something like structured, semi-structured and also the unstructured data. NoSQL database is a highly scalable and flexible database management system. So here you need to understand that NoSQL database is a highly scalable and a flexible database management system. NoSQL database allows the user to store and process unstructured data and semi-structured data. This feature is not possible in the RDBMS tools. This is the thing I want to explain. So NoSQL database allows the user to store and process. So to store and process the unstructured and also semi-structured. So in RDBMS we should have only the structured data, whereas in the NoSQL database we can have a structured data, unstructured data and also semi-structured data also is possible in the NoSQL database, whereas this unstructured and semi-structured data is not possible in the RDBMS tools. NoSQL database, alias we can say it as not only SQL or non-tabular database. In RDBMS we will be having a tabular structure, but these are non-tabular databases and store data differently than relational tables. NoSQL databases come in a variety of types based on their data model. So NoSQL databases comes in a variety of types based on the data model. So MongoDB is a document based, right? So you can say that main types are document based. That is nothing but example. MongoDB, we can take it. Key value pairs, we can take memcache, redis, like that. Wide column and graph. So these are all the different types of NoSQL database. The way of data storing. So document, key value pair, wide column and a graph thing. Before understanding about the NoSQL and how NoSQL stores and what are the different types of NoSQL, first we should discuss about the CAP theorem. So what I am trying to tell you is, before understanding about the NoSQL, so now we have a brief introduction of this NoSQL thing, and before understanding about this NoSQL thing and how NoSQL stores the data and also what are the different types of NoSQL. So we have seen, right, what are the different types of NoSQL, document based, key value pairs, these all things. Before actually knowing what are the different types of NoSQL and how the NoSQL stores the data and what is the understanding about the NoSQL, first we should discuss about the CAP theorem. Okay, so we should discuss about the CAP theorem. So what is the CAP theorem? So CAP theorem is the heart and soul of the NoSQL database. So CAP theorem is the heart and the soul of the NoSQL database. So what is the CAP theorem? CAP means, C means consistency, A means availability and P means partition tolerance. So we'll try to discuss about this in the next video. So but you need to understand that first we'll discuss about this CAP theorem. So before understanding about the different types of NoSQL and advantages and all those things, first we'll discuss about the CAP theorem, then we'll understand it. Hope you understood about this, the concept of the NoSQL database. So what is a NoSQL database and what is the meaning of that one. So these are all things you understood. So this is the introduction of this MongoDB. So we'll try to cover all the MongoDB concepts and all those things in this series. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.